What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Curtis7 here for the review of Manchester United versus Bayern Munich. Ended 1-1. Hey, who would have thought that in a million years? Honestly, who would have thought that? Because even the most hardcore of United fans like myself just knew it was going to be all doom and gloom. But in the back of my mind, and I said this on my review in the Aston Villa game, that if we are going to do this, we have to do it in this game at Old Trafford. And you don't have to know football, you just have to know sports. And when you give somebody no chance, you know, but they're just, how can I say, they're genuine, they're just a good team, or just they got a good spirit, good history of a club. But when you give them no chance and they're down and out, anybody on their day can come out with a fighter's chance and get a result. And that's exactly what happened today. You know, who would have thought 12 months ago Manchester United would have been not favourites at home against anybody in the world? You know, look at last year against Real Madrid. You know, alright, we probably weren't favourites, or, you know, it was going to be a close game, but nobody expected Real Madrid to come and win 5-0 like everybody expected Bayern Munich. So, you know, I just got to give credit to everybody associated with Man United today. It was just absolutely amazing as a fan. The fans were fantastic, mate. The atmosphere was unreal, especially, I could only tell by watching this on TV, but it was unreal. The fans, David Moyes did some good things today, which was absolutely surprising, but he did a lot of stupid things. But anyways, don't worry about that. I'm trying to be positive in this one. The players, absolutely fantastic. You know, let's get to the review, alright? The game started, and I noticed Giggs was playing, and he didn't start in the centre midfield. He was playing on the left, which is, you know, that's his famous position, but he hasn't got the legs just to keep going forward like he used to. He doesn't really split the defence with those long runs anymore, does he? But, yeah, Giggsy was there, and I thought he played okay. You know, it was a good move from Moyes to take him off at half-time. Fellaini was very, very poor in the first half, but, you know, I think Moyes had a word to him at half-time. Came out the second half, a new man, was absolutely, you know, fantastic in the second half, but absolutely woeful in the first half. Carrick, very, very solid for the 90 minutes, I thought. Valencia, mate, that's the old Valencia we know. If he could play like that every game, you know, nobody would put a question mark next to his name. Wayne Rooney, you know, the lad's a champion. Danny Welbeck, my God. I always say Danny Welbeck's my favourite player, but today, oh my God, I was so proud to say that. Getting in behind the defence, they couldn't handle him. They could not handle Danny Welbeck. But, as we all know, Danny Welbeck just fails when it comes to finishing. He just, I don't know what it is, if it's just young, it just comes with age, but I'm telling you, he can work on it. He can be one of the best strikers in the world if he can get that finishing down pat. Because he can get in behind defences. The way he got in between Boateng and Javi Martinez, they couldn't handle him. They couldn't handle his pace and his dribbling skills. Unbelievable. That's why he's good. I prefer him as a striker, and that is the reason there. That is his proper position as a striker, to get in behind the defence. The gaps is between Rafinha and Javi Martinez, they couldn't handle him there. But anyways, getting onto our defence, Butner, mate, I thought Butner was fantastic. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't like the best, you know, left back performance you'll ever see, you know, but mate, he had a job to do and he did it, so well done. Unfortunately, he got injured, but well done to Butner. Ferdinand and Vidic, like old school, mate. Like, it was like 2008. Nothing could get past these two. Absolutely fantastic. Vidic, for me, man of the match, getting himself those blocks, those tackles, and of course the goal. I think it was such a great team performance. You could have gave man of the match to anyone, but for me, just basically because he got the goal, I gotta say Nemanja Vidic was awesome. Right back, Phil Jones was solid. I love Phil Jones, but again, very, very solid. I get worried when Phil Jones goes to right back. We all know he's a centre back and not really a centre mid, but at right back you got to get forward. But he didn't get too much forward, and he didn't leave any gaps. He worked well together with Ferdinand, and same with Butner. Both our wing backs, they worked well. They really, like, they had good synergy between each other, and I thought that was fantastic. And De Gea made a few good saves, but yeah, fantastic, De Gea. Half time, guys, Giggs got subbed off, like I said to you. Kagawa came on. Now, everyone's saying Kagawa was fantastic, and I believe so too. I genuinely believe that. He started on the left, but he really drifted in the middle. He really played that number 10 role as the game got further on. And he did split the defense fantastic, but my God, I can really understand why Moyes doesn't start him. Because going backwards, when he runs backwards, guys, my God, does he leave gaps. It's a bit of a worry. You know, I can understand why Moyes doesn't start him. It's just, you know, to have 90 minutes of leaving those gaps on the left wing there, not running back, not tracking back, is just, you know, slow jogging. I can understand why Moyes doesn't start him. But bring him on the second half, you know, when a lot of players got fatigued, you know, and for an offensive reason, fantastic. And Javier Hernandez came on too. I think he only came on like 5 minutes to go or something like that. Didn't have much time to make an impact, but he almost got in the defense and scored, but Javi Martinez pulled him back, felled him, and he's going to miss the second leg, Javi Martinez, as was Sebastian Schweinsteiger. Now, I got a lot of debate on Twitter with some people, guys. A lot of people saying to me, was it a red card? Was it a genuine second yellow? And if that was a second yellow, then surely Valencia's was a second yellow. Well, this is the way I look at it, guys. Schweinsteiger was taking out Rooney, whether he won the ball or not. He had intentions to take him out and was going to get that yellow card. It was stupid of him. Why would you lunge into a tackle like that when you're on a yellow card? It could have been, the referee could have gone either way with that, but you're just stupid enough to put yourself in that situation. There was no need for it that far in your half. But Valencia and Boateng, for me, it was 50-50. They both went in there, legs first. He didn't go two-footed tackle. His studs weren't up both feet. It was a fair 50-50 tackle. And the referee was right there. And for me, got that spot on. Yes, Boateng did get there that little bit first, but it was a 50-50 ball. Schweinsteiger and Rooney, that was not a 50-50 ball. He was taking out Wayne Rooney no matter what. So, no Schweinsteiger, no Javi Martinez. For me, it doesn't matter, guys. It doesn't matter. They got Goetze. What about the guy that we were going to sign in the summer? Alcantara. Wasn't even playing today. You know, they got genuine people that can come, players that can come into this team and fill that void. They have a quality team, guys. Bayern Munich are the best team in the world. So, what am I predicting for the second game? Oh, God, that's a hard one. You know what? Man United, when the chips are down, when no one gives us a chance, we give a performance like today. Now, in the second game, Bayern Munich know what we're about when we're on our game, you know, and we know what we are about when we're on our own game. And I think Bayern Munich are going to step up their level and they're really going to push us. I think they're going to beat us 2-0 and it's going to be 3-1 on aggregate. I'm just being realistic. That's the way I think the game is going to be played. But I can already see comments down below what people are going to say. Oh, but Arsenal went there 2 years in a row. Oh, they've gone there and they've got a result both times. Yeah, they did, Arsenal. But that's because the game was lost already. The game was over in the first leg. They've already been to the Emirates and won, you know, what was it, 2-1 or 2-0, 3-0, whatever it was last year and the year before that. The tie was already over. Every time Arsenal go to Germany to play Munich, the tie's over. So, the tie's not over. We are very much in this. I would love to see a 0-0 and, you know, we nick it at the last minute. That's what I would dream of. That's our only hope, realistically. We're really going to have to park that bus, you know. Everett's going to be back. You probably have to start Raphael, in my opinion. Phil Jones come back and probably Ferdinand just for his pace to get dropped. I don't know. I'm not too sure who I'd want to see the same lineup. I'd like to see Giggs. It's going to be hard. I love Nani to come get some impact. If he can play this weekend against Newcastle, you know, at least come off the bench, and then maybe next game come get some impact as well off the bench. I thought that was. I think that could be crucial if Nani can, you know, at least get half an hour when we go to Germany. But oh yeah, Ashley Young played today, and to be honest, no impact in my opinion. Didn't really do too much, but. You know, we were down and out on our players today. We had no Evra, no Raphael, and it was a worry. It was a worry. But United, you did me proud, mate. You did me proud. David Moyes, you know, got to give some credit to you, mate, where credit's due. You know, I don't like giving you credit, mate, but I got to do it. And yeah, that's my review for the Bayern Munich game, guys. I hope you appreciate it. And yeah, just remember, guys, at the end of the day, this is just my 2 cents. If you happen to give a fuck. Peace.